This video is a stretch that you can use for pain and discomfort in your neck and upper back region. This is great for postpartum because you are holding and nursing and looking at your baby probably 23 hours out of the 24 hours of the day. This is also really, really great for anybody who has more hunching in their day and they feel that tension in the upper back and neck region. So this stretch is the eagle stretch. It's based off of a yoga pose called Garudasana, eagle pose, but we'll only be doing the arm portion. So a little bit of information before we jump into the stretch so you know what's happening while you're doing it and why it's important is in the yoga and massage world, the world of muscles, when we have pain, generally that means that we are weak in that area, okay? We think, oh, my pain is here, so I need to stretch it out. And yes, stretching it out is great and it feels wonderful, but we mostly need to strengthen that area. And it makes sense because if we're like this, those muscles are actually not tight, they're long, they're stretched out. And so this pose, this stretch, strengthens the muscle while lengthening the muscle. Now, another thing in the world of muscles, when we strengthen at the lengthening area or section of the muscle, that builds stability in the joint muscle. So, postpartum is a marathon. You are in the trenches right now. It is so much work. Even though you're sitting all day, probably, it's a lot of work. And we need stability in our joints to be able to withstand and sustain this incredible, demanding time of your life of caring for your baby. So try to sprinkle this stretch in. Every video I'll say this. I said this in the previous, my first one, the wall stretch. Try, because self-care is really, really hard to sprinkle in postpartum. So try to find a time in your day where you are sitting around or standing around and waiting for something. I love to use the example of waiting for something to cook in a skillet or waiting for the water to boil, something where you're kind of waiting, okay? That is a great time to plant self-care, mini self-care things, okay? So here we go. I'm going to show you the stretch. You can be standing or sitting. All right, so inhale, sweep your arms up, palms press. Exhale, sweep your arms down, cross one over the other, and then bend at your elbows. If you can, grab the thumb or your palms are going to press against one another, okay? If this is not available to you, okay, it's just based on anatomy, you can straighten the top arm. It's still going to be beneficial and target exactly what we want to target. You probably won't get the forearm stretch that people who can do this do, but that's not the main thing we're targeting, okay? So whether or not you have your hands here at your nose or the top arm is straight, what we want to do is squeeze our arms together. Now, try to reach your elbows, your forearms, elbows, towards the phone or computer, whatever you're watching this on. Reach it outwards, away from your chest, so you'll feel that stretch between your scapula, between your shoulder blades. And with the squeezing of the arms together, you're strengthening it. You can feel the heat build behind your shoulders. Now, one other thing, notice my top arm, the shoulder is up. See if you can drop it down, and that will intensify the stretch. So keep squeezing, feel the burn. Now, breathing into the part where you feel the most tension. All of my stretches are going to include the breath because the breath is magic. Okay, sending your breath into that spot. Exhale out from that spot. See if you can stretch a little further. I'm starting to feel the burn. All right, if you have your hands pressed against one another. This is a great addition to add to this stretch. Tick-tock it over. So you're going to tick-tock it towards the, away from the bottom arm, so towards the top arm. Tick-tock it over to the side, and then lower your opposite ear to the shoulder. Let go of all holding, all tension. Let your head be super heavy. Closing your eyes, maybe feeling into where you feel tension. And now bring the breath. Inhale, breathing into the specific muscle fibers that are feeling pulled. Exhale out from those muscle fibers and see if your ear naturally drops just a tiny bit. Even though if it's a micro depth, it's huge. You're resetting your muscles, spindles. All right, let's switch arms. Inhale, arms sweep up, spread your wings. Exhale, switch arms. Find your hand grasp. If you have your top arm straight, just work that. So lower the top arm shoulder, maybe check in the mirror if you want, see how much you need to lower it. Squeeze together. Reach your elbow and forearm forward away from your chest to lengthen those muscles even more. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the burn. And then let's add the tick-tock. So tilt it towards the upper arm side and drop your ear to the shoulder. Maybe notice if there's any differences in the sides. We're always imbalanced. It just is a matter of recognizing what's imbalanced. Now, sending your breath into the part of your neck that is tight. Exhale out from, and notice if there's any shifts. All right, come back to center. On your next inhale, unwind, arms reach up. Exhale. And just notice, feel if there's any difference. Okay, so again, this is one of a series. Maybe for the next week, pick one. Maybe try each one. Notice which one is the most helpful, which one feels the best, which one is it that I really need. And that's telling, your body is telling you what you need. So listen to that. Pick one for a week. Have that be the one stretch that you focus on. That each time you're waiting for something, you choose, think of your day, and that one moment where you're waiting, see if you can plant this into your day so it weaves self-care into the normal domestic load of caretaking. All right? Like this, comment, share it. Please subscribe. I'm going to continue to post more, and I hope you take care. Thank you.